Okay, we've got some breaking injury news from Newcastle, and deadline day signing Yoane Wissa will not be fit to face Wolves tomorrow. Eddie Howe has just been speaking at his news conference ahead of that match. Let's hear from him now.
This is the first time we've been able to speak to you since Yoane Wissa arrived. Why did you want to bring him here? Why did you work so hard to get him in?
Well, yeah, I think an established Premier League goalscorer, which is very difficult to find, difficult to recruit. I think he's got really good qualities. He had an outstanding year, not just last year, but the last few years in the Premier League. So he's got a history of scoring goals. He's done well against us and been a difficult player for us to handle when we've come up against him. And I really admire the journey that he's been on to get to this point, because it's not been easy for him. He's had big steps to make in his career, but he's always adjusted and made them. So hopefully he can do the same with us.
He's just come back from international duty, hasn't he, in Africa? Is he fully fit and available for Wolves this weekend?
Unfortunately not, no. So he won't make this game. So I saw him for the first time yesterday. He's feeling the effects of the injury sustained just before he came off. So we're going to have to see how he is.
What about Nick Voltemade, who you brought in before Leeds, but he couldn't play? He has trained with you this week, hasn't he? Is he okay for Wolves? Yeah,
he's fine. He's trained well. Been really, really pleased with how he's looked in the first couple of days. Yeah, a big change for him, big opportunity for him as well. I think he's got a great nature, a great character. He's very calm. He's gone straight into our training and not looked out of place, showed his qualities. So, yeah, really pleased with how he settled in.
Thanks, Razor. Pete?
Eddie, great to see you.
Hey.
I'll start with some brilliant news. This is probably the last time we'll ever have to speak about the transfer window today, so absolutely brilliant. Now the dust settled, how do you reflect on the summer as a whole from a transfer point of view?
Yeah, a lot happened. I mean, I think I always say the same in transfer windows. You can make snap judgments once the signings are initially made, but time always is the best judgment of that. And I think we will see how this is viewed as we move forward. My gut feel and the initial reaction is it's been, in terms of the incomings, very strong. I really like the group of players that we've added to the already really strong squad. Not just in terms of ability and playing style, but in terms of people. So I think the group and the spirit and the feel of the group will be very strong again. Of course, we've lost a few players in there as well, and that's always an adjustment period for the squad to stabilise and to find its feet, and in terms of a new squad and a new team and all those things that we will now have to go and prove how good we are. But I'm excited about the possibilities of this squad.
Another positive as well, I mean, probably one of the things since you came to the club that Newcastle have struggled with is that they've not been able to sell many players when you arrived here for big fees, so it's kind of probably held the club back a little bit in the market. You've been able to bring in a record transfer fee into the club, and that's going to give you a lot of room to manoeuvre going forward and strengthen. Yeah,
I think selling players with PSR, and I've said this many times before, it is part of any club's future. I think you have to trade. It's something that sometimes you don't want to trade certain players, but you have to trade to produce income. We've certainly been in that position for a long time, and unfortunately, it's well documented, we sold a couple of players that we didn't want to historically for PSR reasons. We hope to be in a position where we don't have to make those type of decisions again. So yeah, I think you just want to make football-based decisions, not financial decisions that you're forced to make. So I think that's the key for us.